Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this video, I'll be talking about the idea that I'm fascinated about, which is writing while memorizing Quran. And I've shown you one of my projects where I was talking about how to write the Quran and how the idea developed when I liked writing down the Quran while memorizing on a white page. This was my first attempts on a white page, but because I want the pages, I don't want to keep disposing of the pages. I tried many attempts to envelope the pages with this regular plastic wrap, or later on I knew the thermal enveloping where it's thermally stuck to the paper itself, and I could write on it using the permanent marker and just wipe it away. So the idea kept developing, and in the previous video I explained how I began making images of the page of the Quran. The first images were for the page without any lines, and I just kept the number of the ayahs there. And then the idea developed, let me put them left and right actually in their actual places. So this is page 11, for example, and this is page 12, and it has the number of ayahs in its location. But then the idea that my lines or my handwriting was not consistent, so I began putting lines here. And that idea kept developing until I produced this lawha model bina. I talked about these products in a previous video, so I'm not going to concentrate on them. But the idea is, the more and more I went through the idea of writing the Quran, the more it came to me that why not have the whole Mus'haf, the whole Quran, which is this printed format, which is طبعة مجمع الملك فهد لطباعة المصحف الشريف, the most famous printed Quran. Why not just put all of the pages ready for those who like writing? So the idea came to me to make the whole Mus'haf. So now we have it in juzu. Each juzu or part or chapter, you know that the Quran is 30 chapters. So each juzu has alone its pages, and we can find it in this book as emptied lines. So you have the lines, you have the number of the ayah. These are the light lines you can write on, and this is the name of the surah you're writing from. So you could keep writing, and that the orientation of the pages are exactly the same as they are in the Quran itself. So I kept exactly the images and the places of the words exactly like the Mus'haf. Okay, so fihi hudan. So this is where hudan is coming. So the exact location of the words in the Quran of طبعة Malik Fahd, the edition of Mus'haf Mujamma al-Malik Fahd, I kept the locations of the ayat and the alamat al-waqf, which are the places where we have some stops while reading, and then the whole Mus'haf is there. This edition, the one that I printed out, I actually made it in black and white, so it's suitable for teachers to photocopy from it. But the original design is made colored, as you see. So this is the original design for it. So this page, these are the actual colors of it. And the material that I made this page from is regular paper. It's nothing specific. It's not made out of thermal paper or something that we could write on. But in new editions or maybe in new prints of the project, I could make it from these colors. So this is the true colors of the Mus'haf. Okay, and we have it in the 30 juzu. These are the pages, the empty pages, for example. These are the empty pages. Okay, so this is page 4. So these are the true colors of page 4, for example. In this printout, we were still not, we were still developing the design. So page 4 is actually here. So this now is flipped. So you will have page 4 exactly in this place. So these are the pages left and right. And you can see there are some spaces where we can write notes around the lines where we write the Quran. So this product has been printed out. It comes in 30 juzu, so you can find it 30 juzu. Okay, So you have all of the PDFs of this product in your Google Drive of the first video I made in my playlist called My Books. This is جزء 30, the last جزء, where the surahs are a bit short, so we can find the surahs emptied from the ayahs. So if a student is learning, they could write down the ayahs exactly in their location where they are in the Mus'haf. All of this helps the student visually memorize the Quran and keep the image of the Quran itself inside their mind. So they will exactly have the same image of this inside the emptied karasa or emptied pages of this product. I called this product كراسة تحفيظ القرآن الكريم والتدوين كتابيا. So it's like a book that you could write on. So it's called karasa, meaning it's for writing trainings. And we could write on it using pencil if this was the product, if you're using the paper product of it. If you have the product of this type of paper, I have not developed it yet, you could write and wipe it away. But if you're a teacher, you can just simply photocopy it and give it to your students. When I wanted to take a number for the ISSBN number, they told me this was not possible because this product doesn't have anything in it. It's an empty product. So actually the Quran is empty. So they have not given me any rights for the book itself until I made this introductory book to it. So this is the introductory to it. So it's only a muqaddimah, where in it I've just given an idea of this is the introduction. This is an idea about how Quran is learnt by many countries, and then how the pen or pencil had developed over ages. So this is the development of pens and pencils. And then after the development, I made this big board or Lawh al-Quran. I put it inside this book. So we redesigned it to be included in the book. And we took an ISSBN number for this. So this, you can take it off. You simply just take it and detach it. And you can utilize this to write and wipe away. And we continue with the book itself. We're talking about what were people writing on since the early ages, from the very, very early ages. And then after that, we're talking about development of now pads and papers and notebooks and so on, and smart boards. So everything had developed. Now here I'm talking about in this part, how did the Prophet and his Sahaba use writing? The Prophet had instructed his Sahaba to write the Quran and write many treaties with other countries and other tribes. So this is talking about how our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ had accepted the writings of the Sahaba and instructed them to write important things. And then we're talking about al-Katatib. The Katatib are the groups of studying Quran inside the mosque, where they use the board, similar to the board that I tried to develop. So they usually use the an empty board. But mine, I made it with lines, so it may be more applicable. So many images of how this way of writing the Quran had kept the Quran for ages. And then I'm talking here about the relation of writing with the mind, and how does the mind work with write-up. And then how to use the kurrasa, which is this empty one, and then how to put it in other schedules for hifz, the Quran actually in great quality, and other programs that you could use with the same book. And here of how to use it in terms of ink, and how to wipe it away, and how to utilize it, and how to photocopy it, and so on. So this is just an introductory booklet telling you how, or those readers, how to use the book. And inside it, as I told you, I put the lawh, the big one, you can detach it and use it, and where you can write and wipe away. So once we made this kutayib, or this introductory booklet, they allowed us to take a USSBN number. So sorry, ISSBN number. So this is the ISSBN number for this product. So the PDFs of all these books are present with you, and you can utilize them. And I hope also to make them, print them out of more different material, and make even all of the pages of this quality of the paper. But this will be a very expensive printout, if you only for those that would like to keep it for themselves and make a mushaf for themselves, handwrite it using this quality of paper. But just now I'm just satisfied of having I'm satisfied with having this in regular black and white, for those who would like to photocopy from it and distribute it for their students. So learners or teachers could utilize this in their programs for Quran al-Karim. And thank you.